Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to be looking at finding length in our back body and also introducing a few twists to keep our spine nice and mobile. It'll be really helpful if you have 2 blocks or bricks. Failing that, some hardback books will do nicely. And if you don't have either, then don't worry, it just makes things a lot easier if you do have blocks to support you. So let's make a start, and we're going to start off in child's pose. Bringing big toes together to touch, open your knees wide and bring yourself down so your forehead rests. Take a moment here to feel into your body. Feeling your body all the way from your fingertips, all the way down to your toes. Maybe some gentle movement from side to side can feel soothing for the hips. And then just finding stillness. Bringing your focus to your breath, which is now in and out of your nose. And just seeing if you can send the breath down, all the way down, as low and as wide in your body as possible. And then from here, let's start to spread our fingers wide. Start to tiptoe your hands forward so the forearms are now hovering off the mat. Press down into your fingers, active through the shoulders now. Staying here for one full breath. And then from here, tiptoe your hands off the mat to the right. Reach those arms forward and keep drawing your hips back. Staying here for a breath, soften down through the back of the neck. Just allow the head to bow. And then tiptoe the hands back, reach them forward. And then exhaling, moving off to the left now. So you're just feeling that lengthening through the right side of the body. No tension in the back of the head, just allow it to bow down, give way to gravity. And then come back to center, bring yourself into an all fours position. Finding that neutral spine. Breathe in, lift your right arm up to the sky, peel it up. Exhale, draw the arm down and across. So you're coming into this little thread the needle. Now I like here just to allow my right shoulder to soften before I bring any binds in with my arms or change the posture in any way. So just allow that right shoulder to soften, to ground down. And then from here, maybe stretching that left arm forward can feel nice. Or perhaps wrapping the left arm around your back. So the hand sneaks in to that place in the hip crease. But you're thinking about rolling that top shoulder back so it's opening that left shoulder rather than closing it. Keep drawing your hips back nice and evenly in space. And then pressing left hand down so it frames the face. Push down, breathe in, reach up. Exhale, hand comes down. Let's go straight to the other side. Breathe in, left arm reaches to the sky. Keep your hips where they are in space as you exhale. Draw your arm down and across, threading the needle on this side. Perhaps that arm reaches forward as you sink that left shoulder down into the ground. Maybe the arm takes that half bind, but we're thinking about creating that space through the front of that right shoulder. So we're not closing and rolling that shoulder down, we're opening. And if the arm doesn't make all the way to the hip crease, don't worry, just place it perhaps on your back and just feel that sense of leverage against the back as you roll that arm open. Pressing right hand down now, frame the face. Arm lifts up and exhale, come on down. Walk your hands forward. We're going to take our downward facing dog. So lifting your hips to the sky, pedaling out the legs. And then finding stillness. Hugging elbows into the midline. Relaxing head and neck. And then from here, let's take a shorter stance with our feet. So stepping the feet in. And then we're going to reach for the left ankle with our right hand. And you're just going to allow yourself to come into this little twist. Maybe legs are bent here, maybe they're straight. And then you're just looking under your left armpit. Keep pressing down into that hand. Keep drawing the weight evenly back into both feet. Take a full breath in A full breath out, replacing the hand to the mat. Let's move to the other side, taking hold of the outer edge of that foot. I'll try not to shout into my mic. And then pressing down through the hand, allowing the gaze to look up into your right armpit. And then bringing your hands back to the mat. Step your feet forward, taking your ragdoll. Soften the back, soften the knees, upper body rounds. From here, allow the arms to dangle down. Press into your feet, start to tuck the tailbone. Chin remains on the chest as you draw up to stand. Peeling your way up your spine. And then feet either together or hip distance apart. As we breathe in, we're sweeping our arms up, find that length. Engage the back body, engage those glutes as you exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, lifting halfway, hands to shins or on the ground. Shoulders moving away from your ears. Exhaling, hands come down to the mat. Right foot back, left foot back. Bringing the weight forward as you come into your plank. Maybe you're ready for your full chaturanga here. Maybe you're taking the modified version with me. Take whichever version feels applicable for you. If you're modifying, you're bringing your knees down, you're lowering down in one straight line. Body comes down to the floor. Breathe in, cobra, or perhaps upward facing. Legs pressing down, elbows hugging in. Exhaling, take it back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. And if downward facing dog feels challenging, know that you are not alone. But where can you find ease here? Can you direct the breath into any pockets of tension in the body? Maybe the shoulders feel tight, maybe the legs feel tight, maybe everything feels a bit tight here. So although we're engaging here, where can you back off that little bit more to find a sense of ease? Looking forward between your hands now. Stepping or perhaps hopping to the front of the mat. So breathe in to your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Lift up, rise up, extend that mountain. We'll do that one more time. Exhale, forward fold. Drawing yourself down. So you find then that length through the inhale, halfway lift. And this time stepping left foot back, right foot back. We're in our high plank. Maybe chaturanga now, maybe modified version. As you bring your body down, rolling over those toes or maybe stepping over them. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Taking a full breath in. A full breath out. Firming up your thighs, lifting your tailbone to the sky. Staying here for one more breath. And then looking between your hands, either stepping or perhaps hopping. If you're hopping, you're drawing your abdomen in. You're landing as lightly as possible. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. This time we're taking it up into chair. So knees draw together, legs drawing together, thighs active, reach those arms up to the sky. And then from here, we're going to take a little twist. So drawing your hands together in prayer through heart center. Keep that depth in the legs. And then keeping your knees in one line, start to rotate your torso. So you are now drawing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And you're drawing your hands in prayer, roughly at chest height. Can you draw that top shoulder down, away from your ears? Keep engaged in the core. We're coming up, back to our chair. Keep that bottom low. Exhaling, hands down through the midline. Keeping those knees in a nice straight line. You'll find that right knee wants to jump forward. Come to the other side. So you're allowing that twist to happen through the torso, but you're finding that length through your spine. And then coming all the way back up to chair, hold it here. And then rising up. Separate your feet to hip distance apart. Soften through your knees. Exhale, forward fold. Taking hold of the big toes with your peace fingers. Bend your knees so that you plant your belly upon your thighs, and then allow the back of the head to be soft and bend through the elbows. And now you're going to come into this little forward fold, holding on to those big toes, maybe straightening the legs now, but far better to keep that bend in your legs and to encourage the legs to straighten over time than to lose that positioning of belly on the thighs or near to. Staying here for one more breath, encouraging that tailbone high, encouraging the weight forward into your feet. And then from here, everyone sweep up to extend, to reach up, exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, right foot back, left foot back. We're in our high plank. You decide, knees down or full chaturanga. Breathing in to your back bend, upward facing or cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up to the sky, three-legged dog. Stepping right foot forward between your hands. Take a high lunge. Reaching those arms up to the sky. Get steady in the legs. And then we're going to open our arms out, left arm forward, right arm back, taking this twist. And then reach those arms up, back to the sky, high lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Grab hold of your blocks and place them by that front foot. Hands into blocks. Step the back leg in. And then with both legs straight, take your pyramid pose. So both feet are pointing forward. And then you're imagining that you're trying to draw that right hip bone back, left hip bone forward. Maybe hands are on the highest setting on the blocks. And then you're just relaxing through the back of the head and neck. Really engage through the legs, particularly that right leg. Using your blocks, imagine you're trying to pull the blocks back to draw your body forward. Firming up those legs, imagine they're drawing together at the top. Staying here for one more breath. And then we're going to come to our little revolve triangle here. So now bring your left hand over onto the right block. Press down into that block and then peel your right arm up to the sky. Reversed triangle. Hips draw back evenly in space. We're not dipping one hip. We're lifting that top arm into space and we're staying firm in our thighs. Staying here for one more breath. Beautiful, everyone. And then hands come back down, move the blocks away. And then from here, step back into your high plank, pausing here, everyone. And then taking it back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, take a full breath in, a full breath out. Left leg lifts to the sky, three-legged dog. Step the foot forward between the hands, taking your high lunge on this side, reaching up. Strong straight back leg. Draw the body back in space if it's creeping forward like mine was. And then from here, opening out, left arm draws back, right arm comes forward, taking your twist. Make sure that you're not dipping that right hip. Everything stays in alignment. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, use the glutes and your core strength to bring the hands down. Find your blocks. And then bring the back heel down, step your foot in, and prepare to take your pyramid pose. So we've got our blocks here for support. If you don't have blocks, you could use the floor, but it's just so much easier to create or shorten the distance between your body and the floor here. So check in your pyramid. Both hips are pointing forward. That back foot might be slightly turned out to the side. That is just natural given the alignment of most of our pelvises. And then from here, using your hands on your blocks, feel like you're charging your body forward as your legs and hips are drawing back in space. That front thigh is firm. And then everyone soften the back of the neck. Finding that length, not only through the backs of the legs, but also in the spine. Taking a couple of breaths here. And if you feel this, I mean, it's a really strong hamstring stretch down the front leg. If it feels like too much, then just bring a micro bend into that front leg. But we're really trying here to try and have a straight leg in that front leg if we can. And then from here, let's reverse, take it into this revolved triangle. And you could always create a wider position with your feet if you find you were really unstable on the other side. So you're going to bring your right hand now to the left block. And then you're going to peel your left arm up to the sky. So imagine that you're trying to shoot your body forwards. You're looking up, if it feels okay for the neck, to that top hand. Legs are active, body is rotating, and it feels awkward, this pose. So do not worry if you think, oh, this feels a bit ooky. So good for building that strength. Come back. But good for building rotational core strength as well as a hamstring strength. We're back at the front of the mat. Move your blocks to one side. From here, step forward. So now both feet are touching at the front of the mat. Then from here, come back up into your chair. Cactus your arms, 90-degree position. Interlace your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, forward fold, diver's pose. Dive forward, belly is back on your thighs. Arms are now moving away from your back. Feel like the weight is coming forward into the balls of your feet as you start to straighten your legs, whatever that means for you. There's going to be a bend in our legs for most of us here. Just allowing that head to be heavy. Staying here for one more breath. And then bring yourself back up into chair. From chair, we're coming straight down. Bottom comes down to the floor. Reaching your arms forward. Hold it here. Hover here. Arms forward, but bottom is drawing back. Exhale, bring it down. Take it up to boat to finish. And if you are feeling as though your abdominals feel a little bit weak here, bring your toes down. Hold on to the backs of the thighs. Or just stay in your half boat position. You could extend your legs here, but everyone, we're thinking about lifting our chest up. So we're not rounding through our backs. And then feet down. Lower yourself all the way down to the ground, allowing the back to round. Hugging your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. We're going to end on happy baby today. So taking hold of the blade edges, the outer edges of your feet, bending your knees up towards your armpits. Can you keep the whole of your back and head drawing down to the ground? And if not, you could always just take hold of your feet or your legs. You take hold of your feet with straps or hold on to your legs. Just allow your whole spine to rest down, closing your eyes here. So this is where I am going to leave you. Please feel free to take any postures you would like to finish. Thank you.